Greetings from the Book Whisper. Every story is a journey into a world of love, passion, deception, and self-discovery. Close your eyes, let the sounds carry you away, and may this story touch your heart. The Columbus Mystery. The November wind whipped down High Street, swirling fallen leaves around Olivia's ankles. She shivered, not entirely from the cold. The last text from Liam echoed in her mind. Can't make dinner, work, again. For the third time this week, their idyllic romance, once a vibrant painting, had begun to fade, the colors bleeding into a muddy, indistinct haze. They'd met at a gallery opening in the short north, a whirlwind romance sparked by shared laughter and stolen kisses under the warm glow of studio lights. Liam, with his easy charm and eyes that promised untold adventures, had swept her off her feet. He was a lawyer, ambitious and driven, a man destined for greatness, or so everyone said. Olivia, a freelance graphic designer, had thrived on the freedom of her work, her creativity her lifeblood. But lately, Liam's absences were more frequent, his excuses increasingly flimsy. She found herself scrutinizing every detail, searching for a crack in the carefully constructed facade. She wasn't alone in noticing the shifts in her friends' relationships. At their weekly book club, held in the cozy confines of Amelia's Victorian house in Bexley, the conversation had veered from Jane Austen to the complexities of modern love. "It's like a game, isn't it?" Amelia had sighed, twirling a strand of her auburn hair, trying to decipher the rules, the hidden agendas. The other women, Emma, a pragmatic doctor, Charlotte, a flamboyant art teacher, Mia, a budding entrepreneur, Sophia, a quiet librarian, Isabella, a social worker with a heart of gold, Evelyn, a free-spirited musician, Ava, a fiercely independent journalist, and Sophie, a newlywed struggling to reconcile her career with her husband's expectations, all nodded in agreement. "He's distant, Olivia," Emma had stated bluntly, her brow furrowed in concern. "Men don't just become workaholics overnight." The weight of their words settled heavily on Olivia's shoulders. Was she blind to something obvious? A week later, while on a project for a new boutique in Grandview, she stumbled upon Liam at a trendy cafe. He was laughing, his arm draped possessively around a woman with long, chestnut hair. It wasn't just a casual encounter, the woman, a stunning architect named Sophia, leaned in and kissed him. The world tilted on its axis. The betrayal was a physical blow, a cold fist to the gut. She wanted to scream, to lash out, but instead, she turned and fled. The image of Liam's face, flushed with guilt and desire, burned into her memory. Back in her apartment, the walls seemed to close in, the vibrant colors of her designs mocked her despair. She found herself going through her phone, desperate to find an explanation, a clue, anything that could make sense of what she'd seen. Her phone, her life, became a trap. She felt the heavy hand of depression. The next few weeks were a blur of sleepless nights and half-eaten meals. She poured her heartache into her work, transforming her pain into stark, powerful designs. She distanced herself from Liam, unable to confront him, paralyzed by the enormity of the lie. The betrayal had left a wound, leaving her to nurse her injured self. One evening, Ava, sensing her friend's pain, suggested a night out. They met at a dimly lit bar in the Arena district, the low hum of conversation and the clinking of glasses a welcome distraction. "You deserve better, Liv," Ava said, her voice laced with compassion. "Liam isn't worth your tears." "I don't know who he is anymore," Olivia choked out. Over the next few weeks, as she healed, she decided to seek solace in old friends. She was a little surprised to find that several of her female friends were in similar situations. They were going through the exact same pain. She sought advice and friendship with the book club and discovered a bond that she never knew existed. They were supportive and sympathetic, and with time, gave her the strength to get back on her feet. She started seeing a therapist in German Village. This helped her to heal and understand why she was in such pain. Olivia had discovered that her self-worth had become wrapped up in the relationship with Liam. One day, while walking along the Scioto Trail, she ran into Oliver, a friend of Liam's from law school. They'd always gotten along, their shared sense of humor and appreciation for the arts fostering a casual camaraderie. "Hey, Olivia," he said, his expression softening as he saw her, "how are you doing?" She managed a weak smile, "Surviving, I guess." They walked together, the crisp hair clearing her head. He listened patiently as she recounted the events of the last few weeks, offering gentle words of comfort and understanding. "Liam's complicated," Oliver admitted after a pause. "He's always been driven, ambitious. He puts a lot of pressure on himself." He didn't mention Sophia, but Olivia could see the unspoken truth hanging between them. A few weeks later, while visiting Amelia, Olivia noticed a change in Amelia's demeanor. She seemed agitated, distracted. "Everything all right?" Olivia asked. Amelia hesitated, then confessed, her voice barely a whisper, "I'm seeing someone other than my husband." Olivia was taken aback. Amelia, the picture of domestic tranquility, betraying her husband, William. The news shocked Olivia. Was everyone she knew entangled in complicated affairs? "Who?" Olivia asked. "Noah," Amelia said. "He works with William." Olivia's heart clenched. Noah was a friend of Liam's. The layers of deception, betrayal, and intrigue were becoming dizzying. As the weeks passed, a quiet fire ignited within Olivia. She realized she couldn't allow Liam's deception to define her. She had to reclaim her life, her happiness. She threw herself into her work, landing a major project for a new hotel downtown. The project consumed her, and with each successful meeting and completed design, her confidence soared. One evening, she received a call from James, an acquaintance from the gallery scene. He sounded flustered. "Olivia, I need to talk to you," he stammered. "It's about Liam." They met at a quiet corner booth in a restaurant on Parsons Avenue. James, usually composed and affable, looked pale and shaken. "Liam, he's not who you think he is," James blurted out. "He's involved in something illegal." Olivia's breath hitched. "Illegality? What?" James explained that Liam was connected to a group involved in money laundering, using his position as a lawyer to provide cover for their operations. He had amassed a fortune, built on deceit and exploitation. "I know this is hard to believe, Olivia, but I have proof," James continued. He showed her a file of documents, financial records, and emails, all implicating Liam. "I'm trying to help. I couldn't stand by and watch this happen." Olivia's world shattered again, this time with a different kind of violence. She felt anger, fear, and a sense of profound disorientation. The man she'd loved, the man she'd trusted, was a criminal. He'd spun a web of lies so intricate, so vast, it was impossible to comprehend. Over the next few days, Olivia and James worked together, piecing together the evidence. They contacted the authorities, providing them with the information they needed. The investigation was swift and relentless. Liam was arrested, his carefully constructed life collapsing around him. The news reverberated through their circle of friends, sparking a wave of shock, betrayal, and relief. The aftermath was a tempest of emotion. Sophia, realizing she was entangled with a criminal, fled the city, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions. Amelia, devastated by the consequences of her affair, confessed everything to William, their marriage hanging by a thread. The secrets, the lies, the betrayals had shattered the foundations of their lives. But amidst the wreckage, a new dawn emerged. Olivia found herself stronger, more resilient. She had faced the darkness and emerged from the other side, scarred but unbroken. One sunny afternoon, Olivia and Ava met for coffee at a cafe in the short north. "You did the right thing, Liv," Ava said, her voice filled with admiration. "You were brave." Olivia smiled. "I had to, for myself." As they sat there, sipping their coffee, they saw Liam. He was getting out of a black SUV with dark tinted windows. He was with a beautiful young woman, who was wearing an expensive dress, and expensive jewelry. She was clearly not the Sophia that he had been seeing. Liam looked up and saw Olivia, his face draining of all color. He looked like he wanted to disappear. He tried to hide the woman he was with, but it was too late. He'd been caught, again. But Olivia didn't look away. She smiled, a slow, knowing smile. The game was over. She had learned that sometimes, the most profound love involves letting go of what you thought you wanted, and embracing the freedom of discovering who you truly are. Her gaze drifted to the new couple, and she noticed the young woman had an uncanny resemblance to Sophia. Was this a new conquest, or was there something else to this picture? "You know," Olivia said, her voice soft, "I never knew Liam's real name." Ava looked at her, puzzled. "It's not Liam, it never was." "What are you talking about?" Olivia's eyes sparkled with a strange light. His name is Theo, and Sophia and the woman he's with now, they're sisters. Ava's eyes widened, she gasped. Sisters? What does that mean? Olivia let out a soft laugh. It means, she said, her voice dropping to a whisper, that Liam, or rather, Theo, wasn't just using Sophia, he was playing a game with both of them. He was married, and Sophia and the other woman, they were his pawns, and they both knew it, and they were playing along. Ava was bewildered. So, he was married to one sister, and having affairs with the other? Why? Olivia paused. Because he's not who you think he is, or rather, she said, her smile growing wider, he isn't who we thought he was. He was just a con man, a master of manipulation. He was using both of them to launder money, to set up the perfect cover, the perfect life. But I don't understand, Ava said, utterly confused. Neither do I, Olivia admitted. That's how he gets away with it. People are afraid of what they don't understand. She paused again, savoring the moment. The real twist? She said, her voice now a mere whisper. I'm not sure if the sisters knew he was married. I think that's why they were involved, though. He probably manipulated them, too. Ava stared at her. What do you mean? Olivia sighed. He's not a lawyer, or at least, he hasn't been a lawyer for a while. What? Olivia chuckled. The whole thing, the money laundering, the facade of a successful lawyer. He was a fraud, a con artist who preyed on women and built his life on lies. She paused. And you know what? He's not even from Columbus, he's from Cleveland. Ava took a deep breath, her mind was reeling. So, the work, the travel, the absences, it was all fake? Olivia nodded, her smile fading. It was all a carefully constructed lie, a way to control and manipulate everyone around him. They sat in silence for a moment, the enormity of the deception sinking in. But why? Ava finally asked. What was his motive? Olivia shrugged. That's the question that everyone asks, and I don't know the answer. Perhaps he just enjoyed the game, perhaps it was the thrill of the chase, the power of control, or perhaps, the money. The truth was that it didn't matter, the why was just the tip of the iceberg of the complex game he had been playing. The important thing was to get away from him, and heal. As they rose to leave, Ava turned to Olivia. So, what are you going to do now? Olivia looked at her friend. The shadows of betrayal still lingered in her eyes, but they were now tinged with a newfound determination. I'm going to start living, she said, her voice filled with newfound resolve. I'm going to find the real me. With a final glance at Liam, or rather, Theo and his new companion, she walked out into the Columbus sunshine, ready to face the future, whatever it may bring. The Columbus conundrum was over, she had survived, and that was all that mattered. Dear listeners of the Book Whisper, we hope you've been left with a lasting impression. We're constantly searching for new stories to share with you. Don't miss what's next. Subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. Give us a like if you'd love more audiobooks like this. Until our next meeting on the pages of our tales.